Hola, chicos. Vamos a esperar a que funcione bien. Madre mía, madre mía. No veo cómo cuestan algunos de estos, ¿Ha sonado el Discord? ¿O no? Bueno, cofre gordo, tú. Dale.
If you have to ask, you can't.
Hear me, Paradise. Did we not come here to escape the Empire?
Vale, ¿dónde estamos? Aquí debajo. No tiene campamento en ningún lado. Pues no. Aquí no. Cállate, señora. Aquí sí que tengo un campamento, ¿no? Tampoco. Bueno, tengo que ir aquí de arriba a la baliza del distrito administrativo. Que voy a mejorar. A ver.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. He killed you, you killed him. Seems like a win-win situation.
Pues sí. Win-win.
I haven't decided yet myself. I suppose it doesn't matter now. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway. Companions? It's just Kai. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins.
Opa.
Not before I've done some reading.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. Good thing you rectified that for him. Decisively, I might add. It's a shame. As odd as it sounds, I think he really would have left you alone.
Toca primero.
You know, you may fit in here better than I thought. That's the kind of thinking that led a lot of people here, one way or another. Living on the frontier does little to cool tempers, but to Ambassador Hilgard's credit, this is about the tamest Paradis has ever been. In days past, your murder would have barely made the town criers. Now, open bloodshed is relatively rare. In most... To some, others, like Eagwolf, see the firm hand of authority closing. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote? No doubt. The whole of Paradis used to be a lot more like the Sparrowhawks there. More freedom. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the front all the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce. Strict is one thing. The Rawatayan Navy is known for harsh punishment. When I served, we watched a gunner hold a red-hot cannonball while she sang
Hostia,
our
flipa tú.
all for trading some of our supplies on the side. It also resulted in one of the most effective navies. However, that approach won't win many allies in the Living Lands. As Ludwig, well, it remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard, but I fear there's trouble on the horizon. Especially... Nice to know I'm in good company. Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him, but I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look at. My best chance of doing that is helping you, and hope. Feelings mutual. It's
Opa,
I think
amor.
that's enough dooming. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train. I've been watching your form, and I think we... Yeah, I've watched your form. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks. I'm happy to return the favor. It's all about... That's it. You got the hang of it. I look forward to seeing what you can do when we... In the meantime.
Vale, esto aquí es para cocinar. Vale.
You're not getting away. You're gonna regret this.
Qué pesados, tío.
Prepare to taste cold.
That's all of them.
Son todos pesados, ¿eh?
Tell me you brought good news. Oh, Envoy, you
bueno,
returned.
bruto.
You brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a...
What of these rebels? The streets are... But so, you took justice into your own hands. That takes grit.
Hombre.
More than I expect. Of course, the official record will show that the killer struck first. And he...
That's technically what happened, so sure.
I know that Ludwig wanted a public execution, but a message has been sent. No one will challenge our presence in the living lands. Our people... Ever the mercenary. This will have to do. Now that Ludwig isn't getting her execution, we need to spend a little more on securing the city.
¿Qué me va a dar?
Now the Emperor wants you to investigate the dream. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald State. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dreamscope. Nor should you be. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers. And with good reason.
¿Cómo?
Animancers tinker on souls using clever
Funciona eso.
inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra. Siphoning essence like honey from... They want to change reality as we know it. Make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow.
¿Esto es malo?
For all I know, they might be on to something. Or, with a single miscalculation, they might just... If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time. Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to Animancer. My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is the... If we have anything in common with Animancer. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. Good hunting in...
Bueno, a ver quién será este, tú. ¿Pelea?
Heelguard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Is that, her?
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island...
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
At least someone knows the meaning of respect. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with a dream, Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Our envoy spilled blood, quelled the resistance, and brought us time to gather our strength.
Bueno, ¿no?
You don't waste time, do you?
We should be using this opportunity, not squandering it. What say you?
¿Cómo sabe tanto sobre lo que
I
hago?
have eyes, Nev.
If
Vale.
you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have. The Animancers cling to pride. You're right about the second part. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, you are free to disagree with my methods. As for you, Envoy,
¿Ya está? Ya está.
She is going to be a problem. Put her out of your mind. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirians. Oh, in that case, you should fit.
They're a fun bunch.
Wonderful. Now,
Should you cross paths with Ludwig? Well, try not. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stairs.
We can head to the
Vale,
eastern
vámonos.
gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Envoy, I'm glad to see.
T.
I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still...
It's nothing like that. Some more polite than I didn't mean anything by it, Envoy.
Hey, somebody has to have the envoys back, because you all sure did it.
No one expected the Envoy to get assassinated.
Exactly. Well, come on, it's Teach caused a ruckus last...
that would...
You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the
Yeah,
runs
that's
for
the-
3 days.
Gods, Teach. The envoy... Yeah, but now you'll never think of Teach. And now he'll never think of you.
Let's not make more of it than it was. The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide.
It was over... Teach here has a...
Great. Let's air all my troubles.
The bartender's sleeping with your girlfriend.
Hostia.
You're lying.
You sure about that? I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Was there anything I could... Naturally, Sir. Help? Inquisitor Ludwig is the but she doesn't keep it, so she's also...
Until recently, I assumed death meant you stopped living. Silly me.
I don't know what happened to her there, but I suppose Wodica wasn't done with her yet. I only met her once. She'd come back. I remember she was furious because she worried about finding the place, about... So, while clearly she has... Do you think so? Well, because edicts are clear. If you obey her laws, pursue justice, punish the guilty, and give, then you have pleased her. But her every request is a test. I appreciate a god who makes you work for their grace. I don't want anything given to. By all means. Should you ever safe envoy? That how can I safe trap?
Papá, te puede mejorar el campamento, tú. Vamos a mejorarlo, ¿no? A ver qué nos da.
You're Messi Verno, huh? Don't... Right. Where we're going. I've led a few people there from
Someone's...
I said. Just... Right. Check. Ask. Same one you are. What kind of... Oh, huh. I see. I sometimes use... I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you... And that's... Fine. How about Adriga Ivuli? It means mind your own business, with a bit of a spicy word at the end. It's a trap for folks from outside. I'm sure you'll pick it up as we try. Right.
¿Y cómo mejor el campamento?
If I must.
No sé cómo lo mejoro, ¿eh?
Should I? What gave... I usually hear that from someone who's enjoyed the height or position to fully appreciate it. But I'll never turn down a compliment.
I'll let you know if I think of one.
Don't be jealous that you only know. As rare as we are in many parts of the world, fair enough. My people are known to roam. Almost as much as Marius is more far.
Right. Sounds like...
Rauatai's hardly a hospitable. That's where you get the popular image of the AMOWED. That's what I said when I left. You're asking. Okay, who? Okay, but the offer. Sure. Holler if you need anything else.
¿Y cómo mejorar el campamento? Pues no sé cómo se mejora el campamento, ¿eh? Bueno, espera, tengo que coger aquí.
Haze, mirrors. We have touched something like your dreams. The leaf remembers. A life for a life. A killer's. We do not. Uproot. Yes. This. A dam broke. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. Hednelston, wake now.
Hostia. ¿Y cómo mejora el campamento? Espérate. Vamos a buscarlo rápido, no tengo ni idea ahora mismo. No sé, no sé qué ha puesto. Ahora he leído yo mal. Libremente.
Envoy.
¿Algún problema?
Careful, he could be a messenger. Oh,
Adirans are all around. My compatriots have observed your judgment. We do not give.
Si me vuelve a amenazar, te reviento.
We will remember, envoy.
Te reviento bien reventado. Para que aprendas, ¿sabes? Vamos.
poor guy. Didn't even stand a chance.
Looks like there's a note.
Enviado, ojo, ojo. Bueno.
Whatever's grown over that Audra doesn't look natural.
Está encargado el coreguita todo el Funko Pop azul.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald. Of course. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, she was... Don't thank me. In fact, keep my name away from Ludwine's ears. Anyway, I thought you should...
As long as she's not on our scent. Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
Oh, one other thing. A desperate young man at your embassy asked... Apparently his expedition team has run into some trouble, and... I reckon he was a little starstruck, but... Oh, and I wouldn't wait. Those caves have been unstable the last few days. Take care out there.
Obrigado, filho.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were.
And Egwolf's death?
Either way, you're safer with him gone.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down.
Steel Garrote?
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say...
I don't like that Ludwig.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them.
Then it's a good thing we're getting...
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us? Unless they have their own use.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the maybe we'll learn something.
Right, when it comes time to deal with anime.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior... It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd...
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All...
They're an eccentric bunch. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of them.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is... We'll find out soon enough. And there's something I've been putting off. An old friend, Tama. He passed a while ago, but you won't regret it. Emerald Stairs, lovely.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that...
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to... Well, you came...
You and I have quite the adventure.
Our deal was I'd help you find your assassin. I did that. I have, you know, things to do back...
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the envoy's never been. Know any good guides?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep...
Yeah. Who else is gonna show us which...
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs, and no...
I hear wiggle room on the sink.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some...
Good to have you with us, Mari.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Hostia.
Right. Change. Pleasant dreams.
Bueno, malas misiones. Nos despierta de la ese seguramente, ¿no?
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these forklings, please?
Let's get on.
Hostia.
Fantastic.
Sí, pa' tú.
People. I was about to lose my wits.
She knocks. We would...
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on him?
No ladders, envoy.
You're welcome to my show.
Shoot. That vase is far... But perhaps we don't...
Madre
Do
mía.
they really? Maybe the 3 of you have experimented?
I'll try anything twice.
It's more of an animancy thing, isn't it?
In any event, I already have a lover. He always... But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now. Typical. The vase sits atop that tower beside us. And once you've got it, look me up. Yahtzee, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog.
Opa.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. And no one listens to me.
This one's mine.
Here they come. Nice work.
Keep your
Bueno.
eyes peeled, envoy. Did you hear that? Never mind. Granted, I don't come here often.
The armored mask. We dream of leave. Blinding. You are not safe with her. We reach the spot, but the old scars do not. A storm from the same spark. Steer clear. No, the flame spreads toward the god.
Me flipa con el pillo este, ¿no?
Oh, more of this stuff. Figured out how to get rid of it.
Watch got them all.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
One moment.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another chance.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said that'd be great.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the animancers starving as well? Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you.
We know you're stashing the grain somewhere. Well,
Vale. Espérate. Yo lo que quería hacer era lo del jarrón. No me jodas, tú estás detrás.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a Balrog.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping Sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
Thoughts and whispers, we feel them rumble beneath the surface. We smell conflict. Kith turn on kith. We do not understand. An ancient place. They come on. The salt clings to their hair. The scent of distant shores to their branches unimpeded. Why? A new season, but the ground stirs. They bring banners, arrows soar. The city shudders. Wolves fighting for territory. Is the instinct to conquer innate? Ivy spreads on the stone. We learn much.
Stand back.
Vamos. Estoy aquí. La común. A ver. Vamos a ver.
I'm heading home. If you haven't found that base, find me in fuel, will you? Darn, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Menuda loco, ¿eh? Habrá que subir por aquí, ¿no? Sí.
What's back? Shot. Then raw. Work up, boy.
Vamos a pegar esto, ¿no?
I was just getting warmed up.
Vale, me lo llevo todo. Todo esto es mío. Parkour. Hombre.
Andra's titties, you found it!
Por las tetas de
I
hombre,
tried
ahí
using
se
magic
hostia.
to get the face down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little...
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are.
I may be small, but my magic... If you say so, darling. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. Thank you for your help, godlike. The god... Of course I forgot all that. The godless and their proclivity for high spaces, I swear.
Vale, a ver, ¿para dónde era? Para allá, ¿no? Tío, que raro no haya subido de nivel todavía, ¿eh?
You showed up at a bad
Yeah,
time.
I pretty much brought that playground down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet.
Vamos primero a ayudar al compa. Y ya tenemos el viaje rápido de ahí, así que nada. Bien loco aquí, ¿no?
There. That's Thomas' old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find. Place feels different without him. Tama painted that? I had no idea. So much here reminds me of Tom. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to say. Yeah, his most... I had no idea he'd get... And he tells me, like, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but...
Uf, qué duro, ¿sabes?
Would be if he just told me. And we knew each other for years. I trusted him with things in my past.
Bueno.
Sometimes I wish you weren't so damn perceptive. What do you mean? Sure, but I always knew how to set me at ease. The problem is, I'm sorry. You wouldn't say that if you knew. Let's keep moving.
¿Ya está? ¿Hemos venido para aquí para nada? Eres tú, ¿eh? Los clavaditos.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Not with the way this trunk has grown.
Ah, I'm stumped.
Here it comes.
I'd always heard they're more scared of us than we are of them.
¿Te ha bugueado?
Cave up on the cliff. Maybe these Zarps are protecting something.
Pero yo ya el bus, ¿no? Los perros.
You know, it's almost comforting.
Come closer now. I know you're there. Don't worry. My friends here won't mind.
Ah, there you are. I appreciate your restraints. Most people would...
Creo que la he hecho. ¿O cómo puede estar?
Good question. The answer? Oh, surely your experience in battle has taught you the benefit. These Arabs and I have formed a symbiosis.
Gods help me. This guy...
I provide them with safety, prey, and peace. And they help me... Wars are won with words as well. You may have noticed a couple of things about Emerald Stair. The people, the Animancers with their soul machines, are poisoning the land, driving it to fight. As a result, the plants are rising up, and the land has afflicted. We destroy the Animancers' equipment, remove the threat, and the land. Meanwhile, I protect my Zaric friends.
I may not love animancy, but I don't trust this guy at all. You don't settle an honest dispute by sneaking and sabotage.
Good. Now, if you... once you... Well... I thought... All right.
Yeah.
Not looking good. On your right. Felt that one.
Menuda locura, ¿no?
Back on my feet.
Muy loco, ¿no? Este nivel para pelear con este tipo.
I hate that his plan makes sense to me. Doubt smashing a few machines will bring an end to the Dream Scourge, though.
Estamos aquí al lado, ¿no? Sí.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the these Veli. If their experiments are affecting Adiran interests, this is... And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests.
Barter for peace, prepare for war. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or bedded spells, perhaps?
Vete.
If only we had these in tusks.
Jata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just...
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Hostia.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our...
Did you hear that, Ignacy? You should be taking notes.
Ah, of course. The Adiran envoy. Ambassador Hilgard sent a missive telling me to expect you. How delightful. You speak with a measure of authority, but I caution you to remember...
Now that's what I call a first impression. As you can see, I was just...
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around. First came the invasive species. Roots and mycelium growing over... The Dream Scourge has twisted our land. Then there's no time to waste arguing.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe... Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He does...
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the dreams, unfortunately, new experiments have...
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should...
How dare...
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you.
While we argue among ourselves... It's nothing. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement. All of the above. I have a lot of forgetting to do. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning...
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior. And you still under the circumstances...
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel. From this...
Whoa. You're banishing her for...
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the...
Your pupil has gone too far. Take her and leave. You're still a guest. Perhaps.
They aren't your animancers. Your
Don't bother, old man. I've done all I can for Fior Missiva. Now limp back to your giant house like a... We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
Vamos a hablar con Yata. Yata. Vente.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Wow. No me llevo las velas porque no puedo, ¿eh?
I'm sorry you had to...
Giata.
Why start now?
But our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know?
You did...
My curses. Without Fior Missiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Nadiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face.
Deseando trabajar contigo. Vamos.
Likewise. They should be... Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Indeed. Some of my colleagues would... I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... No, sorry.
No.
I just realized this is the end.
Some people don't find out who they really...
You'll be all right. My advice? find a good tavern, and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to. Today, that changes. I need help from... Don't worry. Ignasi can't ban it. Monto Pastor is in the work. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are... And then there's Yvette and Remy. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they... No one ever achieved the impossible. We're about to make history.
She's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we...
I have a lot of packing ahead of... Naturally. Something... Don't do any...
Intimidad.
Are you as excited to get started as I am? I'm...
Careful! We'll get thrown out of the pub. We're all ready. Really? Huh? And when did that
Puñalo.
happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend, need some...
Coño de esto. ¿Que los dos me obligan a salir o qué?
You ever think, what if I wasn't there? Founded machine.
Ya no tienes problemas de máquina.
I heard there was a new arrival. Giada. Well, unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of Oh, I can, but it's a... What I need is a strong... We can't make something. I could use a large single block of Atra, but... Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Indeed, but that well is... An Adragon's heart can hold an immense... The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The range... You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but... Most Delmgon in these parts. So, you can understand why none of us went rushing over there. Still, Delmgon queens can be reasoned with, so... If you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her. Do be careful.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment. Well, I was not expecting such an...
Bueno chicos, vamos a apretar un ratito y volvemos luego. Esto...